Hi everyone, welcome on board to Helper.tv.
I want to implore you to take time to listen to this video from the beginning of it. You will be hearing from Peter Obi, and what he dropped will shock you. A lot of people think it's about the election and that is all they think about. No, it is not about only the election, the result announced, or INEC and all of that. We are dealing with what they call long-term problems and issues that Peter Obi highlighted. And now, do not think that those that are in control or at the ends of affair in the past and present do not understand these things. They do. They are simply banking on your ignorance, and they are also banking on you not knowing the activity that they are involved and have indulged in for a very long time. Before we proceed, tap on the subscription button if you have not done so, turn on the notification bell, like and share this video, and use the thanks button to encourage us to do more. Let us get right into it.
Ruben, I've never said I'm against borrowing. I said I'm against reckless borrowing. I'm against borrowing for consumption.
Okay.
Let's be more analytical in this. We have borrowed in Nigeria from 2000, call it from 2008 to date. We've been able to borrow where our debt have now increased to almost $100 billion. Ruben, what can we show for all this debt? And to show you that the debt was reckless and for consumption, it never impacted on our growth. It's a simple thing. Ruben, it's a very simple thing. Ghana is borrowing. Kenya is borrowing. Every other country, let me not go far. In 2010, Ruben, the GDP of Ghana is $32 billion. 32 billion. This is Ghana. $32 billion. Their per capita income as at that time is I repeat, is 1,300 Ghana. In 2019, Ghana GDP is $64.5 billion. Their per capita is 2,200. So within this period, their economy their GDP have doubled. In Kenya, it's a similar situation. Kenya have moved from $40-something billion to 87. Their GDP have moved from 900, and their per capita have moved from 950 to 1,700. That is a country. In our own case, as at 2010, when we started reckoning all this borrowing, our per capita was 2,300. Today is 1,920. So something is missing. We're borrowing money. The more we borrow, the worse our economy, which means we're not investing this money. When you borrow for consumption, you're hurting the economy more. I'm not against borrowing. But let's have a business case where we must borrow money. Let's have a convincing situation. You don't just get up in the morning and be borrowing money anyhow.
That is the word. You just don't wake up in the morning and begin to borrow money for consumption without any return, without hope for any return. It is so sad. In fact, it is even said that money will be borrowed by the federal government, approved by the Senate, and this money will be used as salary to pay senators who are still getting money. For those who are past governors or whatever, they are paying themselves pension whilst working. I've never heard or seen this before. Someone is being paid pension, collected huge amount of gratuity, is being paid pension apart from looting and stealing whilst they were in office, and now they are still serving in the same government. getting huge amount of salary, humongous amount of salary. You only find this practice in a corrupt system where you have this corruption entrenched in all nooks and cranny. There are certain projects that money are often borrowed for, and when you look at it, the long term and short term, you'll find nothing productive in it, such as rail from Nigeria down to Niger Republic. You probably want to find out what business idea will this bring to Nigeria, or a government or a president simply hoping to help his relatives to probably give them some extension and rail around them so that they can use for themselves. It is hurting the economy. It's not providing. It is not including anything productive into the Nigerian economy. But someone did this saying my cousins and relatives are there. All right, let us assume that these things happen sometimes, and also hope that this present government will do the right thing. Also, talk about infrastructure, because that is basically the excuses that this government or previous government or many of those people who are into this huge borrowing, they talk about infrastructure. They say the money is used for infrastructure. Once you have infrastructure, you have every of these things put together, put in place, then investors will come in. That is their approach. They will not be investing that money borrowed into something productive, something that will bring in money. And the so-called professors in economics, when asked and questioned about these things, they might say that Peter Obi is a trader, and all he understands is store business, and that is all he knows. His own is buying and selling. Whatever I'm investing must bring return. This is how economy works. Whatever you invest must bring in profit. And if you, as a sensible person, you are smart enough, you should realize that infrastructure is also important. Maintenance of that infrastructure in your business. A country is supposed to be run like a business center. Money comes in, you borrow money in, you put it into investment, profits coming out of it is used for infrastructure, money is being returned back to whoever you borrowed from, and this is how it is supposed to be. It doesn't require rocket science to understand. Unless you are a criminal, you are a thief, then it will be complex, because you need to make it complex. There is no sensible person or sensible nation that will borrow money, putting that money into salary of criminals who have fed fat on the economy and who are still feeding fat on it. It doesn't make sense. So I'm not saying that I'm against the infrastructure, but you need to look at how much you have borrowed, how much you're putting into what will bring in return. Very important. That is how it's supposed to be. It's about the microeconomics and also the larger economy of the country. It's so important. Very important. I don't know what your own thoughts are. Probably you are vast in economics, or you've taken time to study majority of these things. What are your thoughts about this one? Like and share, subscribe to this channel. See you in the next update.
I say a very big thank you to those who have taken time to subscribe to this channel. And if you're yet to subscribe, kindly tap on that subscription button and also the red bell icon so you will be notified whenever videos such as this are uploaded.